All right, here we go. Race number one for the old school or old new school Daytona 500 about to be underway here as they are rolling off. And we got an interesting starting lineup for you. And this is the 21 guys who showed up for qualifying are in this race right here. This is going to set orders from the starting, from the pole down to spot 21. Derek Bordeaux, he is the Daytona 500 pole sitter. He will start first. Seth DeMerchant, he will be on the outside of the front row next Sunday. He will start second. Marcus Richardson, Brian Ray in row 2. Aaron Davis, Bobby Cheney, they'll be in row number 3. Pop's going to be in row 4. Alongside him is going to be Tyler Ducharme. There's Femi Olot, the number 1, going to start alongside Brett Pancari. The 84, Kevin O'Brien, he'll be outside of Troy Downing. Bobby Zielinski and Chris Secoy going to be there in row number 7, I believe that is. 73, Jake Nichols, he spun in qualifying. He'll be next to Darren Moyer, and it looks like Jonathan Thomas going to start on pit road. So we do have some missing cars. Unfortunately, it looks like 2 cars did not show up for the race, so they'll be the 20th and 21st starters. So the worst that somebody will start in this next Sunday will be 19th out of this field here. So 50 laps, 125 miles, just like the old days of Daytona. That's what it's all about here. Old, new school. They do have a reset to use. It's going to be fun. And let's go. Woo! NASCAR! Here on For Races Only TV, we're green. Off of turn 4, who's going to lead lap number 1? Marcus Richardson going to lead lap 1 as Bordeaux loses the lead. Aaron Davis up to 2nd. DeMerchant up to 30, outside line trying to form with Brian Ray and Bobby Cheney on the outside. Hagar, to answer your question, you'll be in race 2, which is after this one. Cars starting to get single file. A couple cars have lost the draft back there. Trying to see, it looks like Secoy and Kevin O'Brien are losing the draft back there in the 28 and 84 respectively. Everybody trying to get single file, it looks like. One car on the outside, it's Bordeaux. It's their first time in a race run here that they're able to get their setups under them and see how their cars are going to be next week with 43 others, or 42 others. If I can do my math right, it'll be amazing. Hopefully enjoying your Saturday night. I saw somebody reference a beer. Nothing wrong with that. Hopefully you're enjoying that beer. Look at Ducharme pushing Bordeaux into 3. Everybody minding their business right now. Marcus continuing to lead on that inside. Some good racing going on here. The question's going to be, when is this pack going to split up? Look at Ducharme on the outside pushing Bordeaux. The bumper hook is real, by the way. Hashtag that. Look at that. There's some muscle right there behind these cars. Look at Femi Olot, Bobby Cheney back here. As Ducharme switches up and takes the lead now. Some pretty good racing here, I must say. I'm impressed so far. The first 4 laps. I told the guys, let's be patient. It's going to determine where you start in this race when it's all over with. Now, at the end, if all hell breaks loose, it all breaks loose. But as long as they can be patient here, the first 30 laps, 35 laps, they're going to be fine. And hopefully this is what we will see next Sunday, the Daytona 500. Practice starting at noon, race 1 o'clock. Somebody's going to get a big trophy. I ain't even showed them the trophy yet. Oh, Ducharme get loose down there on that apron. Got to be careful there. Femi there on the outside. Cheney going to cross over to the bottom. And if you are a fan of old school racing, I mentioned it earlier, the ticker up there in the top left, that is the exact ticker that they used in the Daytona 500. 98, oh, Lott's loose in the wall. Can he stick it up there? He's going to keep it there. Whoo. I thought we were about to have a wreck. Hagar, we should get started no later than 9, I would think. Femi Olot put it in the wall a second ago. Great job staying off of or staying in the wall so that nobody got involved. He's going to be off the pace now, and unfortunately, unless we get a caution here, going to be out of the running for the 10th third as Brian Bible comes off of pit road. He had to start in the pits. Something happened, I think, to his internet connection or something. He was having some issues. Bible's going to go out here and log some laps. He's about 7 laps down. Yeah, it'll be Central your time, about 8 Central your time. Looks like Troy Downing losing the draft back there now, too. And here comes Pancari. He said it earlier. He struggled in qualifying. He would be okay in the race. You're starting to see that high line coming to work now. Well, it's not necessarily going to be a full race. We're going to see how many people show up, but it's all the ones who didn't show up for qualifying earlier. We're going to allow them to try to run the race to get some spots for their where they'll start. And those guys will start 22nd or back in that race. Tyler Ducharme on the back bumper. Marcus Richardson there as we come by to complete lap number 9. We're on board with Bobby Cheney, the 24. Here you got to ride that throttle a little bit as Ducharme goes to the front. Marcus is going to drop to the bottom now. Ducharme's being hung out. So Marcus Richardson back to the front, another lead change. Yeah, I wonder when handling's going to come into play here, but I'm not sure. Fuel window is probably about 30 to 32 laps, so we're about a third of the way in that fuel window right now. 13.8, I believe, is the gallons of fuel as Pancari crosses down. This is the fuel, if you remember back to when they ran about, it was 2003, 2004, somewhere in that range. They had a fuel mileage, their fuel cell was shrunk down a little bit to try to break the packs up. That's the fuel we're actually running here. Marcus leading that lap, 12 laps in. Let me know what you guys are thinking out there in the stream. If you're enjoying this, hit that follow button. You're seeing a mixture of a couple leagues here. You're seeing some Sim Racing Authority guys. You're seeing USRC guys, some guys that don't run in either league. This is what it's all about here. So we're going 3 wide, maybe down the back straightaway. As Brett Pancari to the front. Is there anybody in here from Extreme Motorsports? I know they're going to be in that next race. I know a few of you guys are. That's what I was trying to see here. Oh, I'm not going to forget about you, Eric. Trust me. Yeah, there will be guys from Extreme Motorsports 99 in here, too. There's none right now. That's why I didn't mention the name. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to do this later, so I'm going to do it now. If you guys got your speakers, turn them up. Just turn them as loud as you can. We're going wide open. Anybody else like nervous as heck right now? I'm like, put on a show. One car in the wall. Nichols able to get it out of it. And another lead change. The Merchant to the front. I'm noticing one thing. Anybody notice the damage on the nose of Marcus Richardson's car? Just notice that. I wonder how much that's hurting him. They are about halfway through their fuel run right now. Again, about 30 to 32 laps should be about what they'll do. I'm surprised these guys hadn't just gotten single air. Now they're thinking, well, maybe not. Marcus could jump out of line now. Well, maybe they would be thinking a little bit here. I want to say this is about the longest run any of these guys have done in the practices or anything, so I wonder how the cars are handling here. Oh, contact Marcus into Merchant. And they're going to put Tyler in a sucker hole. Hey, what, the smartest people right now I might be looking at are back here. Brian Ray, Pops, Jake Nichols, Chris Secoy. They're like, we're going to stay back here. So I'd say one mistake up here, and this could be a pileup. Well, they were single file for all of the straightaway. Now they're back to this again. Hey, look at Aaron Davis. Hadn't said his name yet. "19 laps complete." Let's check real quickly on some cars that have lost the draft. Femi Olot with the damage from that right side smack. Back here, Miguel Gomez and Jonathan Thomas, and then Brian Bible. He has multiple laps down along with Kevin O'Brien. There's Troy Downing, and then the rest of the pack. I'm looking over here at my little scoring tower, and everything, like number-wise, is switching like every second. It's freaking nuts. Position changes everywhere. Now, as I was going to say about a ticker before I was interrupted by the almost incident, that is the old Daytona 500 ticker that CBS used back in '98. It's not the exact, well, it's the looking one, but it's not the exact ticker they used. But it was made actually in the forums by a gentleman named Chris, and I appreciate him doing that because it allowed me to put this in with the idea. This is not the normal ticker that we use for Races Only TV races. DeMerchant, he's fighting, hits the bumps. Now that is a hell of a save. That's going to allow Bordeaux and Marcus to get away now as this pack tries to sort it back out. Contact to Merchants in the grass. And here we go. Moyer, Cheney. Caution is out. Ooh, Moyer in the wall. Lap 20. Everybody has a reset, thankfully. Let's go back and see what happened here. It's going to happen back here with Darren Moyer and Seth the Merchant, it looks like. Oh, Moyer, he got loose or something. He gets slammed, and then Zielinski turns Moyer into Cheney. And unfortunate, the cone gets a beating. And caution number 1 is on the speedway. Let's ride with the probably innocent bystander to the wreck, Bobby Cheney here. Cheney going to have minimal damage. He does have the reset to use, which is good. So you see the black flags being cleared for the drivers. Now we're going to have pit stops here, because this should get them to the finish. Yeah, 28 to go. With caution 1, Darren Moyer looks like it's loose in the tri-oval, which isn't hard to do. And a lot of cars get saved here. And Femi Olot's the big one. He's going to be able to get it reset. Here we go. Let's see what we're going to see. 2 tires, 4 tires, no tires. Let's see. Aaron Davis overshooting his pit stall. Pancari, 2 tires. He's only the only one taking 2. Everybody else is going 4. Oh, Descharme! Yeah, it looks like Kevin O'Brien has stayed out. Pancari with a 9-second stop. He is on 2. Everybody else, 4 tires and getting their damage fixed, it appears. Everybody entering on the back straightaway like they're asked. Don't know if Moyer pitted or not. There's Jake Nichols coming off of pit road. O'Brien going to stay out. Thomas stays out also. I'm sure they're going to pit here. Let's sound
muted.
Just real quickly.
Sound resumed.
Let's grab Derek Bordeaux here for a second. Derek Bordeaux, Chris Scala in the booth. Get a copy.
Yeah.
All right. You just got 22 laps under your belts there in that. Are you happy now that you have your spot locked in?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Like I said to you earlier, testing some things out here. Really enjoyed the racing we had for those 22 laps. Probably the most fun I've had in iRacing in a while. The car is handling good. The racing is good. Everything's good right now.
Well, I got to ask, since this is probably the longest run we've had in any of our practices up to now, setup-wise, how's the car on a long run? Is it getting looser? Is it getting tighter? Is it neutral all the way? What are you feeling?
For me, I don't know. It on the long run, I don't get anything coming off the corner. I feel like it's a little loose going in and off the tri-oval. And for the rest, it's handling just fine.
All right, we're going to restart second. Looks like Mancari's on 2 here, so you're going to restart second. And we're about halfway right now, so I wish you the best and good luck.
Yeah, 10-4, thank you.
Eric Bordeaux, your pole sitter, having a good old time out here. I think we all are. So just to clarify, oh, we got some black flaggers here. Uh-oh. Sequoia, I'm assuming didn't hit her on the back straightaway. Hey, Marcus could come down pit road. Hey, Wilms.
Are we EOL not merging, or is it a black?
Yeah, it's my fault for not saying EOL for the caution part. Race-wise, will black flag.
10-4.
My bad. I thought I covered it all. So, there we go. That'll be taken care of. Chris Sequoia going to EOL for not merging on the backstretch, not a black flag. So, but we're going to have a restart. We're right about halfway right now. So, I'm sitting back in my chair here for a second because that was pretty wild, 25 laps. And we got 200 of this coming up next Sunday, by the way. As I mentioned, practice will be at noon. Race at 1 o'clock. We'll have 43 cars doing this next Sunday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Get your friends, get your family, get whoever you can. Bring them over here. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun afternoon of racing. NASCAR is going to be underway with the shootout the night before. I still call it the shootout, even though I know what it's called. And then we get to come back and do this on Sunday. Can't complain. All right, pace car going to pull off. Hey, let's go wide open again. I like that idea, Chris. Yeah, I do too. Yes, I'm talking to myself. Who cares? Let's go racing. they save that? Don't worry about it, Eric. I'll take care of all that for you. That wreck that almost happened just a few seconds ago. Holy moly, how'd they save that? You can see some nose damage, it looks like, on Aaron Davis's car. I could be wrong. Got to give a shout out to Douglas Beard, who is a friend of mine, who is I run on a team with him, actually, and he actually I met through just the forums, and he makes these cameras. They're real-life cameras that you see on the broadcast, and he allows me to be able to go in here and do all this. I don't have to touch a button for camera switches. It's all in the settings. Only thing I have to do is sit here and talk and switch cars. Look at the left side damage on Pancari. Got some damage on that 19 there. Aaron Davis with some left front damage on the 20. You see that. And one car coming to pit road, going to be Darren Moyer, it looks like. Oh, Marcus went up the middle. Oh, that was going to be close, I thought. Everybody checks up. Cooler heads prevail there. Hey, what? Pancari's done a good job on those two tires, staying right there in third. I thought he would fall back maybe with the 4. Brian Ray riding back there. Brian Bibles there. Kevin O'Brien losing the draft again, unfortunately. As we are 21 laps to go. Coming up after this, we will get set up for race number 2. There will be a 30-minute practice session like there was for race 1 for whoever enters. If we only have 5 guys, then that's what we have. If we have more than 5 guys show up and we have about 20 or so cars, then we're going to have some fun with that broadcast and let those cars race for who will start 22nd to 43rd come Sunday in the Daytona 500. Next Sunday, that is. And I spoke too soon about Pancari, I guess. Look at Marcus work his way up there. As Moyer comes back to pit road. As you saw mentioned earlier, this is a mixture of 3 leagues you're mostly seeing here. You're going to see Sim Racing Authority, USRC, which is United Sim Racing Championship, and then our friends from Extreme Motorsports 99 are going to be in, most of them are going to be in the next race that you will see are going to fill this field up pretty much with other drivers who are not in any of the leagues, but they're good friends of ours we know from some leagues in the past and stuff, so. And that's what we have put together for the 43 cars that will start next Sunday as Marcus comes to the outside, 20 to go. I just want you to think, and I'm not bashing any other Daytona 500 that's going on. There's a lot of different leagues and organizations putting Daytona 500s on, including iRacing is putting one on. And this is no disrespect to them, but how many 500s do you know are on the old track this year? You might be looking at the only one right now. One car out of the race, it's Troy Downing. He is out. He will start 19th on the field next Sunday. As Marcus being freight trained. And now Ducharme going to make a move to the bottom. Well, make sure you hit that follow button, Rex, and send your friends over with us. As Marcus Richardson's falling off the pace here. Let's see what happened to the Blue Deuce. But I want you guys to get your friends, get your family over. And we're going to make this a show come next week. I love the viewers I'm seeing already. I would like some more chat, though. I wouldn't mind that. If you guys chatted more, I'll answer questions or whatever you guys have. I mean, if you see that Wilms guy talking in here, don't mind him. He's a weirdo. Love you, Wilms. $17 to go. It is Ducharme pushing Bordeaux. And there's that switch again. Look at, hey, there's a new name I haven't said tonight. Bobby Zielinski in the 83. Zielinski made a mistake earlier in qualifying. Actually forgot to put tape on his nose. As Brett Pancari's lost the draft, unfortunately. I just look back there in the back, and I notice Pancari has lost the draft. The two tires, unfortunately, kind of killing him. If you're going to tweet, make sure you follow USRC and Sim Racing Authority, and I'm not sure if Extreme Motorsports has a Twitter page. Follow all those right there on Twitter. And I'll be tweeting out as much as possible. As a matter of fact, I'll probably tweet after this race. And who can win it? Look at Pops coming into the picture now. I see the 21. Miguel Gomez is here. He's back in this row. Oh, Pops is on the apron. I just threw the curse at Pops. Way to go, Chris. Get it back on the track. There you go. Pops got that apron. That's like his devil right there. His devil's advocate is that apron. His kryptonite, as we'll call it. Also coming into the picture, Jonathan Thomas in the 5. He's getting racy now. You know what you do next Saturday? Sleep during the day and get up at night. We'll be here for you. Brian Bible getting up in here too. He's doing a good job at least testing his car. Unfortunately, he missed the start, but you know, he's showing his car's got some power. So, 2x2 all the way back. Look at Jake Nichols on the bottom in the 73. He's going to have a teammate, I think, in the next race. Ducharme's going to hang him out. He's like, no soup for you. That's Will, not Will. Just helping you out. And now Marcus going to the outside with Bordeaux helping him out. The Merchant going to be hung out. 13 to go. Again, this will set who will start from positions 3 to 21. 20th and 21st have already been taken care of. Well, 19th now with Downing falling out. The rest of the 15 positions from 3 to 18 will be filled right here. The only spots that are locked are Seth DeMerchant and the 4 of Derek Bordeaux, who qualified first and second for the 500. Oh, they're 3 wide. Oh, here's my favorite camera right here, boys. Look at a second pass. Oh, Gomez. Oh, I thought Gomez was going to go up the middle. Nice job. Oh, Thomas gets tagged. Oh, he's good. He might save it up. There they go. See if they can fix it before they get off the track, or is caution going to come out? They're still green. It's been too good of racing up here to throw caution. Thank God they didn't. Missing Bible involved in that wreck, unfortunately. Now, one thing we haven't said at all that I don't think I've mentioned all even the practice races. Next week in the Daytona 500, there's green, white, checkered finishes too. We have actually going to set the race distance to 225 laps, not 200. And that's going to allow us 25 bonus laps just in case we have to end in a green, white, checkered finish. You get to add that to this race, by the way, too, boys. Just putting it out there. 10 to go. Ooh, oh, I thought Marcus was sideways. Wow. Cuts it to the bottom on Cheney. And I still don't have a clue who's going to win this race. Look at Brian Ray on the bottom. Hagar mentioned him. He's down there on the bottom right now as Ducharme goes for the lead. Marcus going to go 3-1 to the bottom. I almost don't want to be the car in front right now. I think the Merchant led that one. 8 to go. Everybody's making room now. I think the giving's over. It's now take time. On board with Nichols. Look at this mess. So you want to be a racer? I can sit here and watch this view all day. Six to go. We're almost at a point where we have the point of no return. If a caution comes out in the next 2 laps, this race might be over. I think it's safe to say there will be a standing ovation at the end of this race for everyone. Look at Miguel Gomez in the picture there. Zielinski in here. Brian Ray's in the picture here. Nichols back there with Sercoy. 5 to go. Marcus to the bottom. Guys, if you got something to drink, shot, something, take it now. Because it's about to go nuts here, I think, the last 5 laps. We might see 4 wide before this thing's over with. I might have to send this video to like Fox or something. Be like, put this on the car. Ducharme leading, 4 to go. Ducharme probably going to start blocking both lanes if he can. Actually, they're going to hang out Marcus here, it looks like. Gomez getting the wall a little bit there. Well, Tyler to block Marcus, crosses over. 3 to go. There's at least 9 cars here, 8 cars that can win this thing. Oh, Marcus in the middle now. I just want them to get to the white flag. That's all I want. I don't care what happens the rest of the night. Get to the white flag, please. 2 to go. This is going up there with, and Eric's here from, this is going up there with the Extreme Motorsports 99 race that I did a few weeks back at Daytona in the trucks. This is right up there with it right now. Is the best race I've seen. Here they go to turn 3. 1 car against the wall, the Merchant there. Marcus back to the bottom. I wonder how many, oh, contact! White flag this time. We made it. All hell's going to break loose now, boys. This race ain't over until we come off turn 4. I'm just putting it to you now. This race will not be over until we come off turn 4. Bordeaux to the middle. There's not room. There goes Marcus. Cheney to the front. Aaron Davis going to, and there goes Brian Ray around. 2-car race to the finish. It's going to be Bobby Cheney scoring the win at race number 1. Wow. Unofficially, Bobby Cheney's going to win it, and Aaron Davis is going to be second. Even though it's got Bordeaux up front. Have to see how that's going to work out. What a race. Trying to see who they got in third here. Aaron Davis. Something's not right. He's got Bordeaux winning this race. Let's go back for the interview here. I'm going to go and let's watch this finish again. We're going to go back to the white flag here. Let's watch this all over again. Bordeaux makes the move up the middle. There's the contact that sends Marcus into the wall. Ducharme gets damage. And then Ray gets turned by Gomez. Ducharme's in the wall again. And there's the finish. Zielinski's going to get third. Gomez is going to be fourth. Bordeaux fifth. Nichols sixth. Whew. Let's blimp view this. The board, he left the middle open. No, it was open. It shut really quickly. Marcus gets the worst of it. And then there goes Ray. And then Davis just tried everything he could, and Cheney with the win. Let's go talk to our finishers here. I don't even know where to start. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Give me a second. Let me get everything organized here.
Sound muted.
I can't find Zielinski apparently. All right, I'll talk to him in here, I guess. Bobby Zielinski, Chris Scala in the FRO TV booth. Get a copy. Bobby's in withdrawal jet. Where's Zielinski? Zielinski, got a copy?
What did you say, Chris?
Looking for Bobby Zielinski.
Hello.
Bobby, third place finish for you in the 83. I think you was more right place, right time. Talk about the racing out there. Viewers over here, we're giving you everybody's standing ovation for that race from you guys. Talk about those laps, the last laps especially.
That was a very fun race. I had a lot of fun, but at the end there, I really had nowhere to go. I was just riding, and there ended up being a wreck, and I just tried to. I didn't try to slow down. I just held the throttle, got through it, ended up getting third, 27, and I think the 21 got together. But that was like that was the best race I've ever had at restrictor plate.
So now we plan for the 500 next week. You all start in the 8th position in the number 83. Talk about what your strategy is going to be for 200 laps of this.
I'm probably going to sit back for about 150 of them and just ride and keep my car clean, because to finish first, you must first finish. So.
That's a simple strategy to work right there. Send a shout out to whoever you'd like to.
Well, I can't really think of anybody, but I'll give a shout out to you, because these streams are pretty awesome, and I really appreciate you doing them. So does everybody else.
Well, nice job, Bob. Congratulations on your third.
Thank you.
We'll get Aaron Davis down here in a second. There he goes. Okay.
Sound resumed. Sound resumed.
Here we go.
Sound resumed. Microphone muted.
Hello?
Microphone activated.
There we go. Had to hit some buttons real quick. Aaron Davis, second place finish for you. I know you had a beaten up car from a incident midway through the race on that restart, but again, right place, right time for you, it looked like.
Oh, that was all luck, my finishing position right there. I didn't have anything for those guys. They had to wreck if I wanted to get a decent spot in the first 3 rows.
Well, you did a hell of a job. Everybody did a great job out there. Was that the best race you ever been a part of?
Restrictor plate wise, yes. Probably ever, yeah. I mean, the thing that surprised me is you could just drive up through the field. Like, if you had one guy with you, you didn't even have to have a guy with you. You could just draft your way to the front. That's what surprised me, and everybody could do that. I think there was 30 lead changes in this race, I think I heard somebody say.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Which 50 laps, but the patience that everybody I saw too was great, which is awesome. And I know the wreck on the last lap. You know what? You got to go for it at the end. And Bordeaux made a move, and the wreck happened, and it is what it is. But you'll start sixth spot or the. Fourth spot. Yeah, that's right. I'm getting everything mixed up. Zelensky will start fifth. You'll start fourth there in the number 20. So strategy for the race.
I don't have a set strategy for the race right now. I want to take it easy, and at the same time, if the race is like this, I just want to get up in the middle of the pack, and if I get wrecked, I get wrecked. But I'll probably play it safe, probably ride mid-pack, use most of the race, and try to get up to the front at the end.
Well, great job on your end. As I said in here, standing ovation for everybody in this race. Great job. Shout out to whoever you'd like to.
I'd like to throw a shout out to you for hosting this, you and your dad, Bobby and Austin at SRA for letting us run over at their place and running over here with us, making this the best race we can, and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Attaboy. Nice job, Aaron.
Thank you.
Move him up, and let's go to Victory
User
Lane,
left your channel.
where Bobby Cheney is hanging out right now. Bobby Cheney, I tell you what, man, you and I, we've been through some races together. We were a part of that Daytona finish 3 years ago now. You guys had the throwback race a couple years or last year that you guys did, and now this. How fun is restrictor plate racing, especially on this track?
Well, you know me, I'm not. I enjoy restrictor plate racing with our group of guys. I'm not a big fan of it most of the time, but I tell you what, this right here, you can't teach this stuff. This shows it's the talent we got, the guys we race with. I mean, you can't find this on the iRacing service officials and have this kind of race, and they got a really solid group of guys that are very talented to do what we just did there. Because I've raced many restricted plate races, and I've never had a race like that. That was just intense. I mean, the track is already hard enough. It's hard to hold line. I was wrecking loose out of the tri-oval the whole time. I mean, I didn't know if I was going to wreck or not. I see Darren Moyer. It happened to him, and there's a couple times that I almost did the same thing, and every time. But hey, we were going to keep it together, run 3 wide, and it was fun. It sucks that the field got taken out there. I like to see all the cars come, but something had to give sooner or later. But yeah, I'm really proud of these guys. I'm glad we can race with them every week.
Oh, I mean, every one of you guys, all 21 or 19 showed up in this race. Just put on a show. I know there was only about 15 in the pack, but I mean, it was just smart. The first 25 laps, I know you mentioned the incident of Moyer, smart racing. And then even after that, I'm like, okay, it might pick up from here. But no, it stayed smart. It seemed like the whole time. There was an incident there at the restart a little bit, but everything sorted out, and we kept going. And I think that made it a great show. But talk about that last lap for you. I mean, I think it was just right place, right time again. I say it again.
Yeah. I mean, the car is fast. I mean, I could follow the back. I come right back up to the front. I mean, we got a setup that can win. I mean, I can guarantee you I could contend for the win. I'm not guaranteeing to win Tyler Ducharme style, but I got a hell of a shot. But yeah, that last run there, just I was trying some things to see what kind of runs. The outside lane seems to be the lane you kind of want to be in there. I mean, the inside you get enough cars, but the outside is not a lot of bumps, so it doesn't scrub speed as much. So that seems to be the lane you kind of want to be in. But I told Aaron, I said, these guys are going to wreck, and I said we need to get to the bottom, because if they wreck, they're going to wipe up. And sure enough, it just ended up happening. I mean, but I had a car that could win. I just, me, I'm not going to stick my nose in there if there's no room. I'm not going to force it. So, and, it ended up working in my favor. Hell, I'll take it. Get it. It's a qualifying race or whatever. It's a win's a win.
Question is, can we one-up it in a 500?
Well, I think we can. Just hopefully we don't race like that for first 150 laps.
I'm sure you're pretty tired.
Because we don't sim racing. You don't feel the G's. You don't feel the the force of the being in the bankings and the 200 mile an hour. But I tell you right now, my hands are killing me. It's like I did a 200 lap Dover race, man. It was intense, but I wouldn't see why not. I think it could be one of the best 500s you can ever race in sim racing history. It can happen next week. Just like I said, hopefully we don't race like that. first time. You know me, I'll be in the back. So.
Well, yeah, you do it smart. So hey, nice job, man. Shout outs. Let it out.
I want to thank all you guys, FRO TV and USRC and Sim Racing Authority, all the guys and my guys and your guys, and I think Extreme Motorsports I think is in on this too. Thank them for all the help and all this stuff to bring this together. This is close, tight knit community here. You know, we've all been racing together for a couple years now, and like I said, this is what happens. I mean, this is the talent right here. These guys, I take these guys over anybody else in iRacing. These guys right here are the real deal. So tune in to FRO TV because you'll see them. They put on the show.
Much appreciated, Bobby. Hey, kudos to you guys. Kudos to everybody out here. Congratulations. You'll start third on Sunday.
I can't wait. Should be a fun one. Thanks, Chris.
All right, my pleasure, Bobby. Good job there. As we'll move Bobby up, and we'll look at the finishing order. It's kind of messed up a little bit for some reason. It has Bordeaux at the top. Bordeaux actually, I have to see where he actually finished. Looks like 5th is what I'm seeing. But Cheney's your winner. Davis second. Let's see. He's got the 83. Zielinski finishing 3rd. Yeah, this is kind of messed up myself here as I got to figure this out. I'm just going to bring it up on the screen here. Cheney wins it. Davis 2nd. Zielinski 3rd. Gomez 4th. Bordeaux 5th. Nichols in 6th, Brian Ray 7th, Sequoia in 8th, DeMerchant 9th, Ducharme in 10th. Pop's going to finish 11th. Marcus, I feel terrible for him, but he will at least be able to start still 14th and try to work his way forward from there. Pancari finishing 13th, O'Brien 14th, Darren Moyer 15th, Thomas 16th, Olot 17th, Brian Bible gets 18th, and Troy Downing your 19 finishers in this race. So, all right, I'm going to go set up the second race. I'm going to go put it up for those who haven't been in this race yet. They're qualified. That's the room for you guys. The password, if you are a part of the league or a part of the group that you're in, you know the password for the second race. Eric, I'll take care of you with your password here in a second. So, guys, sit back, go get a drink. We'll be back about 30 minutes or so, about 35 minutes. We'll come back with the second race here. So stick around, guys. It only gets better, right? All right, guys, in here, just to let you know, apparently it's not going to let me just put the field in automatically, so all the names on the entry list, I have to type your names in manually here, so it's going to be a couple extra minutes here. Give me a second. Let me get these names typed in. I'll have the room up.